Let's bring in our News 13 legal analyst for more on this. This is Rajan Joshi. Thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Just now joining us. Thank you. And so what is your take on this? There seems to be a bit of a religious question here that they're trying to ask of this potential juror.
Well, with jurors who come in, you can't have them take aside their religious beliefs, but what the attorneys want to make sure the juror can do is follow the court's law and not follow the Bible or what his belief is. I think he mentioned the 10 Commandments, but what's most important is that he'll be able to follow the law as the judge instructs him and follow the instructions that pertain to this particular case.
Yeah, and there also seems to be a little bit of question about whether or not he is completely understanding all of the questions. I'm not quite sure if maybe there is a language barrier there. Would there be somebody who might be able to come in, possibly if he needs that in Spanish as opposed to English?
Well, that's a major issue, especially in a trial like this, which is going to be complicated, is going to take several weeks. It's very important that jurors be able to understand the questions that the lawyers ask, the arguments they make, the answers that the witnesses give. And if someone is not fluent in English, that may give them a reason to move to strike him for cause. And
all right. All right, thank you very much. We'll get back to you in just a few minutes. I think they got their clarification. Let's listen in. That was juror N18. He is from Puerto Rico. He says that he reads the Bible and does not pay much attention to the news. Let's bring in our News 13 legal analyst, Rajan Joshi, for his opinion. What is your take on this potential juror? What do you think about him?
It was very hard for this juror to understand the questions, and he was changing his actual opinion. One minute he's saying, yeah, George Zimmerman is guilty based on what he's seen in the news. The next minute he is talking about self-defense and how he would defend himself. On top of that, with the language barrier, it seems like he had extreme difficulty understanding the questions, and he was almost going along with trying to answer the questions, but struggling. And at the same time, he seemed like he was indicating to the attorneys and to the court that he has a hard time paying attention based on being at the courtroom for jury summons for the last few days.
Yeah, based on that, is that would you say that's cause for him to possibly be dismissed today?
It potentially is. That would be what the attorneys would move for. They'd move to strike him for cause based on him actually saying that he has a hard time understanding English. It appeared that he had trouble understanding Mr. West's questions. He's come in with an opinion based on what he's heard, an ultimate opinion that George Zimmerman is guilty, but then at the same time he can't even stick to that opinion, and he is expounding on the right to self-defense. So it would be one that the attorney should move for cause.
Now, I understand that, switching gears here just a little bit here, I understand that you at one time worked in the Jacksonville State Attorney's Office. Is that correct? So, and as we all know, that district is now handling this case here. So, if you haven't noticed, in the courtroom again today, she's been there since day one. Angela Corey, the state attorney, has been sitting front row, taking notes, seeming to be very involved in this process. It's not every day you see the state attorney sitting there in jury selection. Does this surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't. This is a very high-profile case. She was hand-selected by the governor to actually prosecute this case, and she's taking her job serious, and she's coming in there and observing and making sure that her presence is known and her interest and to this case and the importance to the case is known. So it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all, and I'm very familiar with all the prosecutors who are involved in this case.
Yeah, give us an inside scoop here. You know Mr. Bernie De La Rionda. What is he like as a prosecutor? What do you expect from him out of this case?
Well, Bernie will be very well prepared. He he takes his job very serious. He's a very meticulous prosecutor. He may tend to get over-passionate at times, but he takes his job extremely serious and will be a formidable opponent for the defense.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. Stand by. We'll, of course, come back to you for more analysis. George Zimmerman coming back in the courtroom, taking a live look back inside the top floor of the Seminole County Justice Center right now.